The movie starts off with kind of one of the only moment, well, the first moment where Edward's totally contented. I mean, he's basically got what he wanted from the first one. He's found not only someone to love, but also convinced her to marry him as well. So for about 20 minutes of the movie, he's happy. And then when Edward and Bella are on their honeymoon, 2 days later, she gets pregnant, and it doesn't make any sense to him, obviously. And as he thinks he's a sort of evil demon, like, obviously it's a terrible thing that's happened, and he kind of loses his mind a little bit, and basically spends the rest of the movie just trying to piece himself together again. Yeah, and I don't think he was afraid really of doing the campy parts as well. I mean, like, there's kind of, it's difficult to get the right tone. I mean, it's because it's always been, I mean, if you're doing an incredibly, I mean, you're doing a thing about what essentially people feel are teenage emotions, are that kind of unbelievable angst, and when you're in love with someone, it's bigger than everything in the world, and blah, 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 and everything's so serious, like, it can quite easily go into camp and stuff, but and if you fight against it, then the tone becomes confused, and so I think Bill really chose the right balance of you know, kind of humor and drama. When you're doing a sex scene where it's kind of, you can't go to just straight R-rated, right. Like, I mean, so you're kind of trying to do the emotional context, and also that's not what, I guess it's not really what the power of that scene was about. You're trying to, you know, if you're just doing a thing about straight physicality, it's something different, and it's almost easier to play and easier to shoot. But this was kind of, it had to be some kind of transcendent thing, and so you end up doing these sort of surreal images where you do feel kind of ridiculous. I mean, we're like staring into the camera doing like orgasm faces and stuff, and it's like, I mean, it becomes just unbelievably embarrassing. But I think it ended up fun, like it ended up good at the end, I think. I mean, I guess at the wedding, I would have thought. I mean, that's kind of the only moment of just dumb with happiness. I mean, he's kind of, yeah, he's sort of, that was the only moment where he sort of achieved all that he wanted to achieve, and there's no past and there's no future in that moment. So I think that's probably his happiest point. And then there's a couple of moments, and also seeing the baby, hearing the baby's thoughts for the first time, probably.